Welcome back to the channel. Glad to have you here. Are your pepper plants growing but refusing to flower? You're not alone. And if you wait too long, you might miss your entire harvest season. I've been there, watching healthy green leaves but absolutely no blooms. And after testing dozens of methods, I finally cracked the code. Today, I'm going to be sharing with you the top 8 reasons your pepper plant isn't flowering and exactly what you need to do step by step in order to fix it before it's too late. So subscribe now, hit the bell icon so you don't miss out on my next gardening journey. So let's talk about poor lighting conditions and how they affect the peppers. Let's start with the basics. Sunlight. Now peppers need about 6 to 8 hours of full sun daily. And if your plant is on a shaded balcony or behind a curtain, it is basically starving for light. So I moved my plant closer to the south facing window, and then I started to see buds forming within 2 weeks, and that was really exciting. Next, we've got extreme temperatures. And one of the reasons why your pepper plant may not be flowering is simply because of a temperature shock. And we get that a lot when we were living back in Finland. The temperatures used to fluctuate. At the mid spring, we used to get the pepper plant out in the balcony. And then once the weather gets a little bit colder, once it turns, into evening daytime, we just put it back inside the house. And the peppers do not like it when it's too hot, and they absolutely hate it when it's too cold. And the sweet spot is between 20 to 30 Celsius. That's anywhere from 68 to 86 Fahrenheit. Below or above that, you'll get stressed out plants with absolutely no flowers. So I also used a digital thermometer to track the indoor temperature, and it's a game changer. It's optional, but it really does help as well. Next up, we've got nutrient deficiency. If there are no blooms, you may have a nutrient imbalance. Specifically, when it comes to peppers, they need nitrogen in their early growth stage. Then they need phosphorus and they need potassium for flowering. And let me just introduce you to my mix. I use organic compost early on, then I switch to a balanced NPK 15 30 15. Once the buds start to appear, absolute game changer. Now let's talk about overcrowding, because there are too many peppers and there's no little space. So this actually causes poor air circulation and fewer flowers as well. So when I first started planting peppers, I just planted the seeds on a tray of soil. And then once they started to come out, I actually separated them once they started to form the second leaf. So please make sure that each plant has at least between 30 to 50 centimeters of breathing room. That's anywhere from 12 to 20 inches. Now, poor pollination is also a big factor in peppers not blooming, and this is really hard when you are trying to plant peppers indoors, because once there's no bees, there's no fruit. If you're indoors, you've got to play bee. So use a soft brush or gently shake your flowers to hand pollinate. I also made a tutorial on how to do it when I was trying to hand pollinate the cucumbers in the balcony, because there was no good access to pollinators and bees and so forth. So check that video linked in the description box below if you're looking for a step-by-step DIY hand pollination method. Next up, we've got pests and diseases. So I'm talking about red spider mites, fungal rot. These are silent flower killers. So check your plants weekly and also use natural sprays. My favorite is neem oil spray, as well as using garlic water. Neem oil is so powerful. I swear by that, and I've used it on nearly every of my plants. And my rule is, if I wouldn't spray it near my kids, I don't use it on my plants. And also we've got watering issues as one of the common reasons, because too much or too little water will always result in a stressed plant that has no flowers. Peppers like consistently moist but not soggy soil. So my watering schedule for pepper is I water every 2 days in the summer and every 4 days in the cooler weather. Also, immature plants, because patience is a virtue, and young pepper plants, they need time to grow stronger roots before they flower. So if everything else looks fine, just give it time. Wait at least 8 to 10 weeks before expecting any blooms. So let's talk about my personal fertilization routine that has helped my peppers thrive. And I'll walk you through the calendar that I have. So in week 1 to 3, I call it the seedling week, and this is where you need to compost, or you can add fish emulsion. In week 4 to 6 is the vegetation phase, and this is where you need to add in nitrogen rich feed. So you could use a ratio of 10 10 10. In week 7 to 10 is the pre-flower stage. So you can switch to a fertilizer with a ratio of 15, 30, 15. Next up, we've got week 11 is the fruiting week. From week 11 and beyond is the fruiting stage. So continue potassium-rich feed every 2 to 3 weeks. Also, add in eggshells in the soil, absolute must when it comes to peppers and growing tomatoes as well. They offer a wonderful calcium boost, and they also help with preventing the blossom rot issue as well. So you can either grind your own eggshells that have been sterilized and just add them to soil. This is a bit more of a slower process, but then you can also provide a eggshell fertilizer liquid DIY thing where you just simply sterilize your eggshells, put them in the oven, 180 Celsius, take them out once they're all cooled down, grind them up, add them to a either white vinegar or apple cider vinegar for about a week or so, a week and a half, and then after that, strain them. And you're going to use that liquid, and then that liquid you're going to dilute it with water and use it as a watering fertilizer for your plants that require calcium, including peppers and tomatoes and any other plants that show a calcium deficiency. So if you've ever dreamed of harvesting juicy homegrown peppers from your own balcony or garden, this is your moment. Don't let simple mistakes steal your harvest. So like, subscribe, and comment below. What pepper varieties are you growing this season? What struggles have you had growing your peppers? I've grown peppers indoors as well as outdoors in situations where it gets really, really cold as well, and there seems to be no hope in growing the peppers and ripening the fruit as well. So check out my playlist on DIY organic fertilizers, including how I make a banana peel tea and bone meal at home. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. All the best. Bye bye.